Hello everyone and welcome back. Okay, once again we're halfway through this week's lesson, and Wednesday's lesson sounds a lot like Paul back in Hebrews. Only this time it's Peter who takes it upon himself to encourage the saints who are facing persecution. So much so that Peter actually says that they know that they are experiencing grief in all kinds of trials. In other words, no matter which way they turned, these new Christians were being and taking a beating. Wherever there have been Christians, persecution was sure to follow. It's one of Satan's ways of turning up the heat, of pressuring people into giving up their faith. It's Satan's way of trying to make you pay for being faithful to Jesus. This is why we often talk about the cost of following Jesus. For some of you, you might lose your friends. For others, you might lose your family. Others have lost jobs or they've had to walk away from fame and fortune. I've heard stories of people who were beaten for not going to school on Sabbath, or of people who were imprisoned because they too would not work on the Sabbath. Back in the day, people lost their lives for going to church, worshiping Jesus, or for owning a copy of the Bible not approved by the authorities. Make no mistake, following Jesus could cost you dearly. And it's that cost which we feel the most. You see, it's one thing to lose something you don't care about, but when you lose something as important as relationships, freedoms, or your life, now it's personal and it's costly. Which is why Jesus asks us to count the cost first before we follow him. Look at this. Jesus said, "For which of you, intending to build a tower, does not sit down first and count the cost, whether he has enough to finish it, lest after he has laid the foundation and is not able to finish, all who see it begin to mock him, saying, 'This man began to build and was not able to finish.' So likewise, whoever of you does not forsake all that he has cannot be my disciple." So why would you endure such a loss? Because as Peter points out, the rewards are by far greater than anything you have ever lost or you will gain on planet Earth. Which is why we are encouraged to ask God to work through our trials and persecutions to purge us and remove from us anything we count as more important than him. After all, what good is it if you gain the whole world, but what you lose is eternity? Well, that was our nugget for today. Again, thank you for stopping by. Have a look at your lesson. And again, I see you tomorrow.